This tournament started at 6 a.m. and ended at 6 p.m. So you got 12 hours on the water.
We finally get out and we leave the mouth of the harbor, and away we go.
We're one of the only boats that get an observer on. They changed the rules last night after the captain's meeting.
We had our first fish come in and take a peek at a bait about 10 minutes after we dropped lines in, but he just sniffed it and that was it. He didn't really do anything. Then we sat idle for the next 8 hours, not one fish in the spread. It was hot.
We're going 7 miles an hour that way and the wind's going 7 miles an hour that way. So not only was it no breeze at all, but the sun was in our face.
Man, the water needs to turn blue here pretty quick.
And it was hot.
10, 15 minutes after that, we had a billfish come in the spread and just stick his nose up at us and left. And we did not catch a fish, even a billfish sniff us or a knockdown we caught 2 little Dorado. And so we didn't even have a legitimate billfish knockdown, and then Steve starts pouting from noon to 2 o'clock.
And I was hot.
1 o'clock, 1:30. He just pouted. He would go sit upstairs. He wouldn't say anything. He wasn't mad at anybody. And finally, he come downstairs in the cockpit and he goes, I'm done pouting.
I'm thinking that we need to find some fish. That's my only thought.
Steve's a really nice guy. He's very knowledgeable about fishing, but he's so intense when it comes down to tournament time.
That's an understatement.
This is the stupidest thing I have ever been involved in my entire life.
It was hot. We were swearing and cussing the tournament, the way they displayed it, the way they put it on. We went and never fishing this again.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Around 2 o'clock, 2:30, got our first sail.
El equipo Kryptonita está enganchado de nuevo con la torre de control.
Come on, we need a number.
There's no temper, nobody's mad at each other on our boat, nobody.
All of our nicknames on the Kryptonite, and mainly mine, is my first name is God Damn It, and last name is Heather. So usually it's God damn it Heather, go do this. God damn it Heather, go do that. We all have the same first name. God damn it Judy, God damn it Steve, and God damn it Wade.
What is it?
It's a marlin. Right down marlin. Marlin, grab a hold of that thing and bring it over the side.
Trying to lift up the fish because they wanted to hold up the sail and get this placard in front of it and take a picture of it and do all that without killing the fish. And it was an absolute fire drill.
It's like a machine. We've got it down to where everyone knows what they should be doing, and it's very cohesive.
We're running around like a Chinese fire drill.
We had the still camera for the shots of catching the leader, snapping the fish, and taking a picture of the release.
Okay, take a picture. Take a picture of the release. Show it around. Okay. Okay, let's go.
And then you had to specify which species it was, marlin, sail, the time.
What's the time?
But the little placard with the little bitty numbers and trying to write that on there, and you're writing it in a little box this big, like you can really see that on the camera anyway.
Okay, so we call in for the control number. Kryptonite needs a control number. We're yelling at our captain.
¡I'm trying!
He's like, I'm trying.
Control de torneo.
The last response I heard was, wait 5 minutes. I need to talk to everybody else. We're like, we don't have 5 minutes.
We need a number.
Control de torneo, necesitamos código, el equipo 12.
But he finally came through and we got our number. The second fish was much easier to catch.
por el otro canal. No me respondiste. ¿Qué canal dice que aplasta? A ver, mira, aplasta el botón de volumen. Déjame lo aplastado.
What is it? Yeah, get up here. What is it? Marlin!
Two marlin, then a sailfish to finish off. And so we
Now there's a way to end the thing.
went in.
The end of his boat was like this. Oh, it is.
Okay, let's go home.
Let's go home.
We calculated our distance. We were 20 miles, and the boat runs faster than 20 miles an hour, so we knew that an hour was plenty of time. The boat cruises at about 25. So we gave ourselves an hour, hour and 10 minutes to get back.
We were about 17 miles out. Figure it's going to take about an hour to get in there, not knowing what we had ahead of us.
The starboard engine shut off.
No.
Fire it up again. It's a full power.
One of the engines shut down. Then the other engine shut down.
Go look in the engine room.
I sent the captain downstairs to go in the engine room. He started looking at everything in the engine room. There was no leaks, there was no anything. The engine will shut down if it's low on oil, low on water.
The right engine stopped.
We kept having a reading, a low battery, low battery. Our issues on the boat
See if
are
it'll
all
refire.
electrical.
Just fired.
No.
Did it fire?
No.
Now it's fired. There it goes.
Let's go. Let's go. We gotta get in.
Don't run them so hard.
Right.
It's just a bad ground wire somewhere that's shorting out the 12-volt system, and our electronic controls on the boat are all 12-volt. And they kept shutting down. They were shutting down the motors.
We've got electronic problems.
I'm telling you, it's in that thing right there. In the electronic ignition.
In the control, because he had a hard time starting it this morning.
You try from downstairs.
Try from downstairs, and then I'll drive. Okay. That's a good idea, Wade.
Our GPS calculates the ETA, and our ETA at that point was 5:45. So, and then the engine shuts off again.
We won't make it.
Well,
We still got 1 hour and 3 minutes to make it 10 miles. We've got 9.65 miles to travel, and we're traveling at 18.4 miles an hour, and 539 ETA. That's good.
I'm yelling at Steve upstairs. I says, so you want, these other boats are coming in too. Everybody's going into the fish weigh-in. And I said, should we flag somebody down to take you guys in? And he said, oh, no, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna be fine.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Let's, guys, I got it. We're down to 5:51 ETA.
What time is it?
5:43.
5:43. We're gonna make it.
we got 21 minutes. We got it.
We have to be in there before 6 because that's shutdown time.
We actually stopped at Predator's dock and jumped off the back of the boat and ran over to the weigh station.
Barely got in.
And I think we signed in with like 8 minutes left or something. So we made it, but it was, I didn't think we were going to.
And we actually got time stamped in at either 5:51 or 5:52.
Okay, we're here. We're here before 6 o'clock, okay?
I just kept looking at that ETA saying, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it. And we did. It was dramatic, but if we hadn't have got there, we would have lost all the points from that day's fishing. So, you know, that wouldn't have been a good thing.
Our observer. We had an observer. Okay. Comprende? This is his signature from the observer. Okay?
It was an ordeal. It wasn't a well-run tournament.
Everybody that knows me calls it's tournament time for Steve, and I definitely get excited. I'm a passionate tournament fisherman, love to win and love to do it, and I get pretty excited about it. But that's why I do it. You know, I mean, like I said before, if I didn't get excited, I wouldn't want to do it anymore. But it's something I really enjoy.
This is the stupidest thing I have ever been involved in my entire life.